Right now, the first presidential debate of 2024 has wrapped up. News 3 Now is live from Drake University in Des Moines with a recap ahead of the caucuses.
We got light snow out here on the patio tonight, 1 to 3 inches, but a big significant winter storm is on the way.
And are snow days a thing of the past? We visit one local middle school to discuss the reception towards its snow days policy, which includes virtual learning. That's all coming up right now at 10. Thank you for joining us tonight. One winter storm has passed, but another is on its way. The First Warn Weather Team wants you to be prepared for a second storm this week.
That sounds like fun. They have put an alert day in the forecast for Friday. Now, it is snowing, as Alex just showed us out on the weather patio right now. But Alex, this is not the snow you're really concerned about over the next few days.
Yeah, that's right, Eric and Charlotte. This little bit of light snow that we have out here tonight, it will be impactful enough, maybe 1 to maybe as much as 3 inches of snow. But it's another weather system that we're going to be tracking here, folks, over the course of the next couple of days that hopefully we can get our graphics to pop up here, but maybe not. That's all right. There we go. It's our virtual monitor. It must be a little sluggish because it's cold. It got stuck trying to come up out of the ground there. We are expecting an impactful winter weather event as we go on into your Friday morning, clear into your Saturday morning, 6 to 10 inches of snow. This one's going to be a bit of a different type of a weather event because of the wind. Wind gusts could be gusting as high as 50 miles per hour with this weather system, with whiteout conditions possible during that Friday morning, clear through your Saturday morning time frame. We have winter storm watches in effect for all of southern Wisconsin for Friday morning going on into your Saturday morning ahead of this impactful weather event. It's snowing right now. Doppler track showing snow across really the entire area, and that will continue overnight tonight. Again, just another view of that light snow activity. Maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow. There's our 6-hour future track radar taking that snow out of here by the time we get into the that rush hour really of your Thursday. Let's plan that Thursday. Temperatures starting off in the lower to middle 20s. The snow ends. That's really the calm before the storm. Some things you might want to consider ahead of that weather system. Have that shovel, have that sand, have that gas for your snowblower. You might need some more gas for that. Coming up in Maine weather, we'll track that storm inside hour by hour, and we'll look at some of those peak winds that we could be seeing at the top of that storm.
Alex, thank you. And a snow emergency remains in effect through tonight for the city of Madison. And what that means for you is that if you do park outside on the street, it is important you're parked on the odd number side of the road to help overnight plow crews. Violators could be ticketed and also, of course, have their vehicles towed. Now, is having a true snow day a thing of the past? The COVID pandemic forced schools to really adapt to virtual learning. And
that is something some schools are choosing to continue when canceling in-person classes because of weather. Arman Rahman takes a look at the changing policies of a couple area districts.
You might be seeing a lot less little guys like this on future bad winter weather days because more school districts across the area are going virtual learning with their snow days.
To not just look at snow days and just consider them snow days and taken away from instruction.
Baraboo's superintendent, Rainey Briggs, says Tuesday was the first time the learning didn't stop when school closed. He asked some students at Jack Young Middle School how it went.
They really enjoyed it. They really, it wasn't just all education all day long. I know there's some of our schools that's doing just a quick survey with some of their staff to get, what are some things that could be tweaked.
At Baraboo, the district decides on virtual learning days by 10 a.m. the day before. That gives teachers time to prepare materials for students in 4K through first grade to take home. Students second grade and up use Google Classroom to do virtual work.
I can say right now attendance was pretty solid.
Dr. Briggs says the district provided hotspots to families who reported not having Wi-Fi or internet access. And breakfast and lunch was prepared the day before for some students.
Some of the only meals that they get sometimes are the meals that they get at school, right?
Meanwhile, students over at the nearby school district of Wisconsin Dells enjoyed Tuesday and Wednesday off school. The district administrator there says they don't do virtual learning because not enough students have internet, and they've heard from other districts that kids aren't engaged when they're at home.
You're going to see more school districts kind of head that direction.
Dr. Briggs says he encourages families to come up with child care and support plans for when virtual learning days are announced. In Madison, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Madison School District officials say they have 2 more snow days to use before they have to start makeup days. After using all 3, Any weather days are required to include packets to complete at home. All school districts we spoke to are still making plans for Friday.
This week's snowfall is the first time the City of Madison's snow removal crews were out in full force this winter, and they're doing things a little differently this year. Madison Streets Division redesigned salt routes at the beginning of the season alongside Madison Metro's bus route redesign. The new routes saw a 6% reduction. The city estimates that'll keep roughly 270 tons of salt out of our lakes and drinking water.
We can't treat salt like a security blanket to make us feel comfortable and make us feel more safe on the road, because salt has a very obvious negative effect on our environment and the water we drink and our lakes that we rely on and we all enjoy. So we just need to be smarter and safer.
Brian Johnson with the Streets Division says so far they haven't had issues with the reduced routes, but he says if you do see a problem with the salt routes or any plowing issues, you can always let them know online through the city's Report a Problem website.
Supporters of former President Donald Trump in Wisconsin have filed a petition seeking to recall Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. They say it's because he didn't move forward with impeaching the state's top election official, Megan Wolfe. This petition, filed by a Burlington resident, claims Vos is blocking fair elections and misled the assembly over intentions to impeach Wolfe. Vos said there wasn't enough support in his caucus to impeach her. She's been a target from those who falsely believe Trump won Wisconsin in 2020. Vos says the petition comes from the same people who tried to oust him during his re-election in 2022. Tonight's Republican presidential debate in Des Moines, Iowa marked the last debate leading up to the caucuses this month. It wrapped up at the top of the hour.
And just two candidates took the stage at Drake University, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. Like he has during other debates, former President Trump was elsewhere, making an appearance tonight on Fox News. Our political reporter Will Keneally is in Iowa tonight, and he joins us live from the site of the debate. Will?
Eric and Charlotte, we're joining you here from what's called the spin room at the debate sites here at Drake University. That's where, actually in a few minutes, we're expecting both campaign officials and possibly candidates to make their way through this space, talk to us reporters here in the media. But earlier tonight, we heard the candidates trade barbs over their respective records, trying to become a clear alternative to former President Donald Trump, who leads the pack right now. Both of them are either former or current governors, so they're trying to trip each other up on their respective records as governor. Here, take a listen to this exchange.
We don't need another mealy-mouthed politician who just tells you what she thinks you want to hear just to try to get your vote, then to get in office and to do her donors' bidding.
But every time he lies, Drake University, don't turn this into a drinking game, because you will be overserved by the end of the night. We were really standing with our friends.
Now, the elephant not in the room certainly tonight was the former President Donald Trump. As I heard Haley and DeSantis take shots at each other's records, they also wanted to challenge Trump on his record.
I wish Donald Trump was up here on this stage. He's the one that I'm running against. He's the one that I wish would be here. He needs to be defending his record. That he didn't deal with China when it came to...
Now, as mentioned before, Trump, for his part, skipped tonight's debate in favor of a separate town hall, but he still holds a commanding lead over the Republican field, especially here in Iowa. A 538 average of state polls here in Iowa shows that he has more than 50% of support among Iowa Republicans. This primary certainly will set a tone for how these candidates are running in the Midwest. For our part in Wisconsin, we vote in April, so the candidates will certainly be traipsing through the Badger states come then. But before then, we'll have the Iowa caucuses next Monday, so we hope that you will stay with us as we provide full coverage for you on the ground here in Iowa. But until then, reporting from Des Moines, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, Will, thank you. And the Republican field of presidential candidates is beginning to thin out. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie announced he's ending his campaign, a decision that comes after a new batch of disappointing poll numbers for Christie. He has been one of the most outspoken critics of former President Trump during this election cycle. Longtime U.S. Senator and former Milwaukee Bucks owner Herb Kohl will be laid to rest Friday during a public memorial service in Milwaukee. It'll be held at the home of the Bucks, Fiserv Forum, the arena Kohl himself contributed $100 million to help build. Friday's service is scheduled for noon. It'll be streamed online at bucks.com/Kohl Memorial.
A bipartisan task force put together by Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has introduced a number of bills focused on fighting human trafficking. Details of the bills include establishing a statewide human trafficking council, funding for nonprofit victim support organizations, as well as introducing penalties for soliciting prostitution. Part of that last bill includes the chance for offenders to reduce their sentence by taking sex addiction education courses.
Not only that they're going to be penalties you have to deal with, but here is the component. We want to really help you get your thinking straight so you're not taking advantage of other people.
Lawmakers hope to raise awareness about the issues of human trafficking while imposing these tougher punishments.
A deadly avalanche hit a Lake Tahoe ski resort this morning, killing one person and injuring 3 others. It happened just after 9:30 at the Palisades Tahoe Resort on a section of expert ski trails. Search teams combed through the area looking for any other victims. One witness says she and others were asked to help look through a debris field that was 140 feet wide and 10 feet deep.
I saw it when I was going up the chair. And then as I came around, anybody that was off the chair, we just all got asked to help and start probing and start trying to just find people.
Now, the avalanche happened as a strong storm is expected to bring as much as 2 feet of snow to the highest elevations by early tomorrow. And still ahead at 10, winter weather picking up not just here in Wisconsin, but across the country.
Coming up, a look at how some communities on the East Coast are cleaning up from major flooding brought on by a storm.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, you're gonna love St. Harrison. You're gonna love me. And superstar sports agent Rich Paul.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Topping tonight's Health Watch, a new study has found that increasing taxes on sugary drinks reduces consumption of those beverages. According to the study, raising the price of sugar-sweetened drinks by an average of 31% reduced purchases of those drinks by a third. Researchers looked at per-ounce tax plans in 5 cities. The JAMA Health Forum study's author says for every 1% increase in the price of sugary drinks, there was a 1% drop in purchases. Well, more than 1,400 people people in Wisconsin have been hospitalized with RSV this season.
Well, there's a push now from the Department of Health Services to get those who are pregnant vaccinated. Information from the DHS states that the RSV vaccine Abrysvo can be given between weeks 32 and 36 of pregnancy, which can help protect newborns until they're 6 months old. The vaccine was approved for use in 2023 and is safe and effective, but there's been a slow uptick in people getting it. That's something the department wants to change based on the successful research.
We really want individuals who are pregnant to talk with their healthcare providers and make sure that they are up to date and have received all of these vaccines that can help protect them as well as their newborn.
Officials with the department say this is the second year that COVID, RSV, and the flu are all circulating at all levels, which makes getting the RSV vaccine even more important to protect people from serious illness. While we prepare for another round of snow later in the week, those on the East Coast are trying to stay afloat. A powerful storm brought flooding up and down the eastern seaboard.
Now dozens of communities are dealing with the threat of more bad weather. Michael George shows us the aftermath.
The powerful storm that brought wicked winds and heavy rain to the East Coast.
The bay has made its way in here. Flooding is happening.
Left roads in several states underwater and residents frustrated.
I have probably about a good 1.5 foot of water against my fence line.
The deluge washed out railroad tracks at New Jersey's Hoboken Terminal. People living along rivers in the state waded through knee-deep water.
We can't keep going through this. I'll be looking to sell in the spring.
In Patterson, New Jersey, officials kept a close eye on the Passaic River.
It is expected to crest tomorrow at approximately 5 p.m., and it could be 10 feet or more, which would adversely impact residents who are in the low-lying areas.
Here in the town of Lodi, streets were inundated with water after the nearby Saddle River crested about 4 feet above flood stage.
This is bad. I've never seen it this high.
In Norwich, Connecticut, a flood warning was issued Wednesday, with officials concerned more of the Fitchville Pond Dam could give way. The storm made a mess of roads in Massachusetts and also in Maine, where commuters in Portland face more than 3 feet of storm surge. As the cleanup begins, another wet and windy washout could be on the way, with a storm forecast for the East Coast Friday. Michael George, CBS News, Lodi, New Jersey.
And the parade of storms continues. Meteorologist Alex Harrington has the latest on our next one. And will this be just as big, Alex?
Yeah, Charlotte, I really do think it's going to be very similar to that Tuesday event in the snow totals department. But there is a difference with this one that may make it more impactful. Let's get into all the details. First, I don't want you to forget 1 to 3 inches of snow tonight, then our significant winter storm Friday going into Saturday, followed by the bitterly cold temperatures that could last through much of next week. Here in Madison, that snow has quickly moved in, maybe a little bit heavier snow along Highway 151, Cottage Grove, Stoughton, right through the heart of Madison right now. It was just out on the patio and it was coming down at a decent clip. Friends off towards the east here, down towards Janesville, you're also seeing that snow along the I-39 corridor moving off towards the north and towards the east, and there's more snow coming. The back end of this over here over portions of southwestern Wisconsin, Lancaster, over towards Fenimore. This weather system will move through here pretty quickly, ending by the time we get into, let's say the 4 or 5 o'clock time frame on your Thursday morning. Still a few flurries and maybe some slick spots to deal with, though, for that morning commute. Widespread 1 to 2 inches across the entire area, maybe a 3-inch amount out there in an isolated case. But this is for tonight's snow. This is not the Friday going on into your Saturday snow, where we're expecting upwards of 6 to 10 inches, significant blowing and drifting. Whiteout conditions are possible, and I'm going to show you just how strong those winds could get here in a moment. We have winter storm watches across all of southern Wisconsin, Friday morning lasting clear into your Saturday morning. Let's track it. Here we go. Boscobel, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, Platteville, Monroe by 2 o'clock on your Friday morning. That morning commute on Friday, we will have snow. We will have winds strengthening very, very quickly on your Friday as we carry on towards that dinner hour on your Friday. Heavy snow, very, very strong north-northeast winds, and that's going to cause that blowing and drifting of snow as the temperatures fall and that snow becomes more of the drier variety. Finally, the snow turns off as we head towards noon on your Saturday, and those winds will slowly die down. These are expected wind gusts at 6 o'clock on your Friday. 45 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour, maybe even 50 mile per hour winds. That's really going to cause, again, some very significant drifting of snow across the area. Of course, the first warn team, we've been watching this storm for a couple of days. We will all be here for that event, just like we were on Tuesday. Then the bitterly cold temperatures lasting through much of next week here in the 7 to 10 day forecast. I know it's a kind of an alert day fatigue, but what we mean by this is each of these days the weather is going to be impactful and dangerous enough with those cold temperatures and wind chills to 25 below zero that we want to call those out as alert days so that you are prepared for that significant cold. On the brighter side, pretty picture here from Sun Prairie. Thanks, Avery and Laurel, for sending us this very, very tall snowman. You folks are really at work there. It was a good snow on Tuesday for making a snowman. The snow, though, for this Friday, that's going to be of the drier type, maybe not so much snow people making weather with that weather system. If you want to send us those weather photos, we got well over 100 just yesterday through our new mechanisms, channel3000.com/weather. Just click that post your own button.
Impressive snowman, indeed. The University of Alabama Crimson Tide football team making a trip to Madison on September 14th to play the Badgers, but legendary Bama head coach Nick Saban will not be on the sideline. He is retiring. Saban, considered one of the greatest college coaches of all time, winning 7 national championships, 6 of them with the Crimson Tide. The 72-year-old coach just finished his 17th season in Tuscaloosa. Saban retires an all-time coaching record, 292 wins, 71 losses, and 1 tie.
And I'm thinking he retired before he had to come to Madison, but still to come in sports, the Badgers put their undefeated conference record on the line in Columbus tonight. I'll tell you if Bucky could take down the Buckeyes next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 12th.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you equipped with quality tools and project supplies because we get you. Whether you're a hardworking pro or an ambitious DIYer, we get you what you need to get the job done. Right now, save on these 4 packs of DeWalt batteries, $179. $10 off these 250-foot rolls of indoor wire. Plus, trade in any used power or hand tool for exclusive trade-in savings on select DeWalt tools and accessories. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash. See your local Ford dealer.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or sausage McGriddles and get one for $1.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 12th.
The last time that Wisconsin men's basketball played Ohio State, the Buckeyes knocked the Badgers out of the Big Ten tournament. The Badgers look for their revenge tonight in Columbus. The biggest difference since last year, well, the Badgers didn't have A.J. Storr. Storr goes shopping and checks out with this nasty alley-oop finish. But it was still a really tight game in the second half. Badgers down 2 and had missed 8 straight field goals, but then Max Klesmit took over. 3-ball is good, and the Badgers take the lead. Klesmit caught the hot hand. Badgers up 3 points with 3 minutes to go. And how about a heat check for Max Klesmit? Butter, it goes in. He'd rattle off 8 straight as the Badgers finish on a 19-4 run. Klesmit scores 18 in the second half, and the Badgers win it 71-60. They've won 11 of their last 12. And the Wisconsin women were in action tonight as well. They were neck and neck with Northwestern throughout, but the Wildcats pulled away at the end. Sarah Williams had 18 points and how about 6 blocks, but Northwestern wins it 74-69. High school girls hoops, a top-ranked matchup in Monona, and Tegan Mulaney was putting on a show. The Iowa commit is lethal from everywhere on the floor, including from deep. Pull up and splash. The Spartans take the lead, but MG was not going anywhere. Brooklyn Tortoris responds with a 3-ball of her own. This high-powered matchup, it lived up to the hype. It took triple overtime to get us a winner, but Monona Grove prevails. They win it 92-89 is your final. The Cowboys have won 16 straight games at home, but the Packers, they've got a streak of their own going on in Jerry's world. The Pack are 5-0 since AT&T Stadium opened, including their win in Super Bowl 45. But this team, they're no stranger to adversity. They had no expectations at the start of the year, dealt with a ton of injuries, and started 2-5. Not to mention, are one of the youngest playoff teams ever. But Matt LaFleur says it's all of those things that propelled them to the postseason.
I think it's hard to sometimes stay resilient when things are going bad, and you're hitting some adversity and some rough spots, especially if you've had a lot of success. But when you're kind of, I don't want to say an underdog, but when you have something to prove, like, you don't let that get you down. And that's what I love about this group is, despite what was going on around them, they were hungry to prove that they do belong.
And Packers kick returner Keyshawn Nixon was named to the NFLPA's All-Pro team. This comes after not a single Packer made this year's Pro Bowl. Nixon led the NFL in kickoff returns and return yards by a pretty wide margin. We'll be right back.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's right, a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50 this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine Fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO. Save big money at Menards. Create the bathroom of your dreams with Sterling tubs and showers that fit your style and budget. Like the Sterling Ensemble Tub and Shower. Its durable high-gloss finish provides lasting beauty. Now $699.99. Update the floors in your home with Great Lakes vinyl flooring. Heritage Vinyl Plank Flooring features an attached pad for comfort and is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Heritage Vinyl Plank is $369 per square foot.
Save big money at Menards.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Have Medicare and Medicaid? iCare's dual eligible special needs plans offer an $1,800 annual allowance for eligible groceries and more. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Oh, the weather. What's the chance of rain tomorrow?
Ooh, 80%.
I make it rain. I make it rain.
Speaking of making it rain, at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, we have an average 95% payout, which leads you to more chances of playing longer and more chances to win big. Play longer, win more, chances are you're gonna like it.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's right, a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Traveler calls it a wrap, Thursday at 10.
Tonight, the story is like eating a very spicy burrito. When you first get a taste, yes, it's shocking. But 24 hours, you realize, oh, this is going to do some real damage.
New tonight.
Alex is back. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, you want to talk about extremes. We had no snow, couldn't get any snow, couldn't get any cold, and here we go. It's just a snow train. And that train continues tonight here with that light snow moving through the area. 1 to 2 inches expected out of this little weather event, but a big weather event is on the horizon. Alert day conditions. First Warn Weather Team, we've been tracking this storm for days as well. Expecting 6 to 10 inches of snow, significant blowing and drifting. Whiteout conditions are possible Friday going into your Saturday morning because we could be looking at wind gusts of upwards of 50 miles per hour. We have winter storm watches in effect for all of southern Wisconsin. Tomorrow would be a great time to prepare for this weather event. So if you got to go get the meds, the dog food, some groceries, gas in the car, gas for the snowblower because you probably used it all up on Tuesday, now's the time to do that.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
All right, Alex, thank you. And thanks for joining us tonight for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.